Hi everyone. Uh, Today we are going to demonstrate an EdTech use case using BDB platform. So just to give an overview, BDB is an end-to-end analytics platform which helps customer to implement analytics from scratch. It has various modules like data pipeline for data ingestion, DS Lab for data science, modeling, self-service module for on-the-fly exploration, dashboard design to create pixel perfect visualizations. So currently you're seeing the landing page where I'll be just demonstrating how we have created an end-to-end flow for an EdTech customer. Uh, this is an app launcher, and here just to give a quick overview of what all modules we are having as we're talking. So we have admin settings, security, data center, preparation, DS Lab, data pipeline, designer, self-service module forms, workbench, survey, etc. So while I think there are a number of other platform, BDB is a platform which gives all end-to-end analytics in a unified way. That means you don't have to worry about all the configurations, about uh, all the installations separately. It is a single cohesive platform where you can do all these tasks. Now we are going to show you how each of these modules have been used while developing this EdTech use case. Data used for this use case is the online assessment done, and it is particular to subject mathematics, where we have various subject areas like algebra, arithmetic, geometry, etc. So use case is this data is transactional data which is stored into a database, and the demographic data for the same students is stored in a separate database. In our case, it is MongoDB. So as a first step, what we need to do is we need to ingest data into the warehouse server. But before that, we need to enrich it. So there's a transactional assessment data, and then we need to enrich it with student demographic information, which is available in MongoDB. So for doing the same, we have used uh, the first module in the platform, which is data pipeline. So let me just quickly go to data pipeline. So this is the flow which we have created. So as you see, the first step here is we are reading from an RDBMS source. Here we have configured all the metadata around it. And what we're getting is, because we need to enrich, so data we are getting is, I think, some parameter related to student ID and their age specific data. Now we need to enrich this with this other demographic information which is having. So that will be, I think, again coming from MongoDB, where we have connected to MongoDB, and this is the standard enrichment component we have in data pipeline. Further, after enrichment, as you can see, uh, data is after enrichment, we are getting other detail like gender, city, attender percentage, all the other things. But what we have noticed is we have some issues in spellings in so we need to do some data cleaning for this data. Further, in our use case, if we don't want it to show the exact student name, so we need anonymize or masked student name also for the student. So for this step, we have another module in the platform which is data preparation. So we made use of that and then generated the cleansing scripts to uh, apply. So we have, I think, actually created a separate column for student name. Then we have renamed it, masking that data, and for all the other informations, we have used other transformation for clearing the student gender and city information. Finally, this data is being written into our data warehouse, from where we can start doing this analysis. So using data pipeline, we have completed the ingest, enrich, and transform. now the data should be suitable for data exploration part. So we have after this done some descriptive data visualization. So let me go to this particular module. So this is the visualization which we have done on the basis of uh, student data. Let me just quickly show what all fields are available with us. So we have all this information which is being loaded inside data store for self-service. And here you can use these charts, drag and drop in our analysis. Let me try to show what we have done. So here, let's go to analyze mode. So here I think we have some scores, proficiency score for student, and we have different classes attached to it. So for those classes, we are seeing what is the proficiency percent. So I think in this way you can go click and do the exploration on the fly. So instead, let's say you don't want it to go directly to this, you can right click, you can see okay what you wanted to see. If you wanted to see which teachers are teaching or which subject area, you can click on that, and it on the fly tells you okay out of all this proficiency, I think probability is performing better. Geometry is comparatively on the lower side. uh, you can go drill down further to the skill level. Now you can see where different which different uh, for skills are at different level. Further you can go if you can further wanted to see all the other details. So this is generic decomposition chart where you can use this to do the some analysis on the fly, where I think your requirement is not clear, but you wanted to do it on do the analysis. Further, you can do some NLPs. Like in this case, I've just say a few that you can directly search type and you will get the result on the fly. So in this case, you wanted to see which is the average proficiency score by student name for subject area geometry, and where the proficiency score lies between this range. So this is the self-service module where you can do the data exploration part. Further, we have made use of designer also and created a pixel perfect dashboard also. In this particular dashboard, currently you can select a class, you can choose and see how what is the performance, overall performance of the class, what is the distribution. Then you can see the efficiency distribution by different focus areas, algebra, arithmetic, and then you can see the individual skills. So you can click on a particular proficiency area, and then you can even analyze okay which are the contributors. Like if you see in this case subtraction whole number is done where the percentage of lower performer is very high. So this is the area where I think you can take some decisions to improve that. Further, this charts can give you view of how the overall classes, and probably these are the few students which are doing really bad. If you wanted to go through and analyze few of them, you can click and you can drill down further to go to their skill level, and then you can do all the other comparison analysis with the class and student journey in terms of over different month how the proficiency levels have varied. So this analysis is the descriptive part which we have done. Now the next question comes is, this is something which I think pretty basic and descriptive, where you can analyze and take some decisions. Further to this, we have even have a knowledge graph view where you can see how your different focus area is doing. And okay, if in algebra I have a number of skills, you can clearly see for a student which skill like right linear graph equation for graph is something which is on the red zone. So you can see the complete structure view also, and you can directly pinpoint to the skills which is lacking in statistics. This is one which is contributing and putting the overall proficiency also down. So as we mentioned here, I think student can go in, they can analyze, but it takes some analytical mind to actually work on this. And So further, as an enhancement to this, what we have done is we have started using the DS Lab. So let me go to the DS Lab module. So as you mentioned, you can open DS Lab from here. This is where it is a full online interactive notebook where you can do exploration and various you can try various algorithm and try to create some model, train them, and then we can use that in different places. So once we have seen the data, we have ingested it, we have cleaned it, we did some basic I think self-service part. Then out of that we have created a dashboard which is a which is a governed dashboard. But as I mentioned that okay, for all those I think some mind should be, but analytical you have to analyze the dashboard. So as a further enhancement, we wanted to do a recommendation so that there are I think direct decisions which some of the students and teachers or admins can take while they are reviewing or they're reflecting on what are the performances they have done in past. So now this assessment data is student performance data. Each test is having a different topic, as I mentioned, like mathematics or and has specific skills like solving linear equation graph. So in addition to this, various other aspect of student performance was captured, like the time to respond, number of hints taken, number of attempts taken by a student, whether the question was answered successfully or not. So using these features, we have created a recommendation model. We have developed a recommendation model which can help in the personalized learning of the student. So if you see on the right hand side, you have various data sets where you can export. So you have imported those data sets and then the data science team can analyze this, cleaned it, performed it, and finally a recommendation model is being developed. Once the model is being developed, that is being exported here, and this you can register or unregister. So it is being registered where this is being exported to the pipeline, and from pipeline then you can start it to pass the data and try to do recommendation for individual students. So let me again go to the uh, pipeline module where I can show how this is being used. So this first is the enrichment flow, and second is the DS API ingestion component. So what we have done is we have exposed an API where you can give any data specific to student to this API. It will run to a DS Lab runner model runner where a model is being run currently, and when the model is run, and then the output is being returned again to the warehouse. So how platform has helped is you've connected to a data source, you have ingested, cleaned, you have done the exploration part, or you wanted to do some data science modeling, then you have connected to a data again from the inside the platform using DS Lab. You worked on developing the model or script. You exported the model again from the platform itself. You have used another pipeline. You have run all the data through this pipeline and written the output into the database. Once this is written into the database, again the next work is to visualize this. So further, we have done a visual advanced student skill insights view. So this is the view where I think the recommendations part have been used, and focus area is here is even though a user is not very analytical, they can quickly get some insights which can be found through some of the dashboard, but you have to work through and do some analysis. So here I think the flow is you have various classes, you have a student inside that, and for each student I'm seeing the proficiency level, and compared to class further down I can see the individual subject area which is say algebra, arithmetic, geometric set, and I can see the overall performance. Further, the data science model have give us the recommendations and the strength area. So here the strength is to focus on these particular skills. That is the recommendation and students performing well. So as you can see, this is done for each specific subject area, specific. Now let's say if you wanted to deep dive into it, you find that okay, algebra, a person is doing below par, and so we have option to do further analysis where you can drill down. Here you can check the overall efficiency. So this is the blue is the efficiency of a student, and the gray is the efficiency of the overall class in which he or she is studying. On the right hand side, you can see the plot where various skills specific to this particular subject area is being plotted, and it helps you to analyze if uh, you can switch this in a simpler view where it can tell directly in a more readable format, or you can even analyze a scatter plot. Bottom you have the comparison of the skills of the student with the class as well. So what this helps in is you come to a student level, you have the direct recommendation. So within few minutes you know what is to be done. So if a teacher is going to a class, they can go and teach, or they can have some new learning classes or some focus classes on specific skills. And it is to a student level where even if this can be published to a student level, a student can analyze themselves and take the help of a personalized approach where each person will have a specific recommendation. So this recommendation is not corresponding to a class; it is corresponding to a specific student. So when this is covered, another important thing is now this is the persona on which we were working is for either your teacher or student level. But I think again, when we discuss further with the admin, so another requirement came is the edtech company has various branches across different cities, and they wanted to get an overall view, mostly on the feedback they are receiving from the customer, and how they are to build a, let's say, a scoring model for the teachers, just to see where they need to focus and which is the highest performing branch, etc. So as we have seen, we have various modules in this. So as one of the requirement is to collect feedback. So from this we have generated or created a student feedback survey. So again, this is complete survey module is within the platform where you can see this. So here we have designed a small survey where I think student being asked about the teaching standards, where the quality of test is meeting expectations, where their learning methodology is personalized or not, or different other thing, and finally free areas for comment. So this was then published to a sample group, and we have collected the survey feedback. Finally, the output is being shown, and we have again created a dashboard to view this. So again, uh, admin can come, admin can select a particular branch. When a branch is selected, you can see the overall ranking, which is again used on various parameters. You can see the teacher efficiency score, which was created using an algorithm, and this is the final survey feedback score, where from 1 to 5, where your branch stand in terms of survey. Further, this is broken down into the different feedback area, which is the teaching standard, quality, and different ratings on that. Below, you can see the teacher specific. So this is for the oral branch. Then you can even see the teacher specific. What is the subject teacher is teaching? What is their effectiveness score? What is the feedback score? And what is the attendance? So that is another important criteria. Further, in our tool, we have the write back facility where you can admin can quickly adjust if they wanted to adjust, and if the target score which is being used to classify, so maybe different branches or cities have different targets in mind, so they can come and quickly adjust this, and was this and they can save it directly from the data sheet itself. So this is another a good feature where you can using this feature you can do a number of customized workflow. So this is uh, another persona or the area where admin wants you to view. So that is also being created as a part of this solution. So reflecting on this, this shows how the modern day platform like BDB can reduce the efforts of implementing. So if you have seen it, what we have done is we have used a single cohesive platform and we have delivered all the requirements from end to end using using a BDB. So these modern day platform, what it does is they reduce the efforts of arranging and integrating the tools before the implementation. So it generally delays your implementation by a few months, but using a platform like BDB has reduced this. Another quick thing I wanted to show is on the security level. If you've seen uh, when we have seen the student insight, so uh, one of the use case or the criteria in which is that they wanted to show the performance of a class with share it with different teachers. So if a teacher is teaching multiple class, they wanted to show that particular class data only for that particular teacher. So let me just quickly log out. So what I'm talking about is the security aspect where I think different teachers on the basis of login can have a different only data respected to their particular class. Okay, so let me try to log in. Uh, I've logged into this particular teacher. If I go and open this particular dashboard, you can see the classes which are assigned to only this particular teacher. So these are the two classes assigned, and only student respected to this class will be available. Further, if I change login as a different teacher, and I log in as a different teacher, the class is assigned to only that particular teacher will come in. So I think it is the same dashboard, only due using the security module which we have in data platform. All these things have been taken care. So it is again you have developed a single screen, and this can be published to a number of teachers where your data security things comes into play, and you have you can do all the analysis and publish it right from descriptive self exploration, data science, survey, and the beautiful visualizations as well, which can get really complex. You can have various drill rounds, etc. So this is how we have completed the end-to-end end-to-end flow for an EdTech use case, and demonstrated how a platform approach can solve a number of issues which is there before doing the analysis, just to have it readily available by integrating a number of other tools. So that is the advantage of using the end-to-end platform.